She opened the door just wide enough to look me in the eye. Then she said, "Sorry, wrong house." And she shut it. The deadbolt clicked. I stood there in the snow, suitcase in hand, heart already stiff from the drive. 900 miles, 22 hours, a trunk full of gifts she'd never open. And in 5 words, she made it clear. I wasn't family anymore. It wasn't always like that. There was a time she'd pull me into a hug like she was saving me from the cold. She'd make hot chocolate, bake lemon squares, kiss my forehead like I mattered. Even after Dad left, she still smiled at me like I was enough. But then Brian started showing up again, my half-brother, her second chance, the golden child with a criminal record and a shiny new personality. He called her Mom, and suddenly I was the visitor. The shift was subtle at first. She'd cancel Sunday calls, stop asking if I was eating. Then came the inheritance, the $76,540 Dad left us in a silent settlement before dying. It was supposed to be for both of us. She said, "We'll split it when the time comes." But the time came, and it went. And Brian started posting vacation pics from Turks and Caicos, wearing Rolexes, driving a Tesla, all while Mom struggled to remember my birthday. I confronted her once, calmly, gently. She said I was being paranoid, that money didn't buy love, that Brian needed help. I said, so did I. She hung up. Still, I tried to forgive, tried to forget that my share of that money was gone, tried to believe the door would open when I came for Christmas. Instead, she pretended I was a stranger. I sat in my car that night for hours, didn't cry, didn't scream. I just stared at her porch light, the one I helped install. And then I made a call. See, what Mom never knew was this: the money, it wasn't just a number. It was tied up in a trust, one I controlled. Because Dad may have left, but he knew her, and he knew Brian. So while she thought she was spending it, she was spending access, not ownership. And all I had to do was pull the pin. I froze the account at 2:17 a.m., every cent, every card linked to it, every payment pending. She'd find out when the gas pump declined. By dawn, the calls started. First Brian, then her, then Brian again. I watched the numbers stack up. 61 missed calls, 12 threats, 3 voicemails promising legal action. I played them all on speaker. Didn't flinch. The next day she texted, "Please, we need to talk." I replied with 2 lines. "We did. At the door. Remember?" That same afternoon, I contacted the trustee, reinstated the clause, dual approval for every withdrawal. Her access, permanently revoked. The house, no longer protected by the trust. If she couldn't cover the mortgage Brian refinanced under her name, well, the bank doesn't do second chances. It wasn't revenge, it was correction. Justice for the kid who stood outside in the snow, for the adult who was always second best. They begged after that. Emails, letters. Bryant even posted a tearful video online, said I'd ruined Christmas, said money doesn't matter. Right, so I commented, then give it back. The video vanished within the hour. Mom eventually called again, calmer this time, said she missed me, said she made mistakes. I told her I wasn't angry anymore. I'd simply adjusted my expectations. And her response? Silence. Not apology, not ownership. She thought $76,540 could buy her a family. I showed her what the cost of betrayal really was. I don't visit for holidays now. I spend them with people who open the door when I knock, who don't measure love in bank statements. The trust still exists. So does my control over it. And every now and then, when Brian applies for another credit card under her name and gets denied, I smile. Because they thought I was the quiet one, the obedient one, the forgettable one. But I never forget, and I never leave the door unlocked.